Hello, my name is Jonathan Mengoni, and I'm the Director of Worship at Sacred Heart in Peckville. My church life has always been filled with active ministry for as long as I remember. My father was a music director at a local parish called St. Mary's in Jessup, and when I was growing up, I was an altar server, and I sang in the folk group he directed, and I always loved being at church and being active with that. However, when I was about 13 years old, the church closed. And for a short period of time, I really wasn't going to church often until I was given the opportunity to sing at Mass at Sacred Heart. When I was a junior in high school, I was invited by the pastor at Sacred Heart in Peckville to cantor alongside my father, who had recently been asked to join the music ministry there. I agreed, believing it would only be a one-time thing, sing one Mass maybe once a weekend. And the invitation coincidentally came at a time when I was leaving my part-time job as a busboy at a local restaurant. So it came at a good time, and one Mass turned into two, which turned into singing all three Masses with my dad on the weekends. And of course it reminded me of my childhood at St. Mary's. So it's a very special time that I get to spend with my father. And I never thought I would use my musical talents to sing, to uplift people, to bring them closer to God. I always imagined myself being some kind of entertainer or singing on Broadway or something, but God had a different plan for me. And I truly believe that He put me here and that I'm fulfilling my responsibility of being a good steward by singing at Mass every weekend. As I was finishing up my music education degree at Marywood, I was uncertain what I wanted to do with it. I didn't know if I wanted to teach right away or explore other options, and coincidentally, Father Andrew Karofsky was becoming the new pastor there and breathing new life into our parish, and the church was growing and the pews were filling. And at that time, as I was graduating, coincidentally, he was looking for a director of worship to hire. So he offered me the position, and I gladly accepted it. My position as director of worship changes, and it grows each and every day as I learn new things and try to find new ways to bring more people into the church and involve them as much as I can. And this position as director of worship is always keeping me on my toes and has given me a new purpose for life. There have been many remarkable moments on my journey of faith at Sacred Heart. Times when someone after Mass would come up to me in tears and thank me. Times when I sang funerals and the families would come up to me and let me know that I brought them solace, hope, comfort. Times when somebody struggling with addiction has come to me to tell me that I made their day a little easier. Times when somebody with a chronic illness came up to me and asked me that when their time was up to sing at their funeral. All of these instances have humbled me and made me realize that I am in the right place and that I am where God wants me to be. There are many things that validate that I am in the right place and doing what God meant me to do. However, the most gratifying is my work at the Lackawanna Rehabilitation Center in Peckville. I was invited by Father Andy one time to witness the work he does there, to meet the residents that live there, and from me just going to visit, it has evolved into me participating and providing song for them at their bi-weekly Masses that they have once we go. I have witnessed firsthand the healing power of music to people who are struggling, both physically and emotionally. All these coincidences in life, they're not coincidences at all. They're acts of God speaking to me, guiding me, directing me in places where I think He wants me to be. Jesus Christ is leading me every day to be a good steward to Him, a good steward to the people of God. And stewardship is realizing you have a gift and then using it to help others. And thankfully, I realized that gift at an early age, and I am doing God's work. I invite you to do the same and use your gifts to help other people.